back to Wise Words Wednesdays. Another week, another time to fellowship, and another time to grow together in God. Y'all already know how we do it. Let's go to God in prayer. God, we thank you for this moment. God, we thank you for another week. We thank you for another day to come and just sit in your presence and just fellowship with one another and learn more about you and about your word. God, I pray that you just use the speaker right now. God, speak through me. I don't want to be in the way. Remove me out of the way so that people can hear you and not hear me. And let us all learn from a word that you have placed in my heart to give, God. And it is all of these things that I ask in your son Jesus' name. Amen. We're going to talk about today trusting what you can't see. Trusting what you cannot see. It is so hard for us to trust the thing that we can't see. A lot of failed relationships because they come because we trust what we can see over what we can't see. A lot of missed opportunities happen in our lives because we are looking at what we can see and not having faith in what we can't see. A lot of things happen to us that we can't go back and change or that we miss out on because we simply can't trust what we cannot see. And there is a difference between having sight and having vision. Sight is what you can see with the physical eyes. Vision is something you see with your spirit. Vision is something you see with your spirit. And so I really want to hit on trusting what you can't see today. Because I'm telling you, man, I'm going through something right now. I'm going through something right now that the only thing that I can trust is what I can't see. The only thing that I can trust is what I cannot see with my physical eyes. Not saying that I can't trust my wife because I see her with my eyes, or not saying that I can't trust my family because I see them with my physical eyes. But when it comes to fulfilling my purpose, the enemy will sometimes try to come in and tell you that you are not headed to the place that God already gave you access to, or that he already told you to go ahead and go to, and you're doing the things that it takes to get there, but sometimes it don't feel like it because he start whispering in your ear. He start playing on your insecurities. He start playing on your doubt. And so that voice will come in and say, see, man, you ain't doing what God told you to do. See, you're not ready for what he's taking you to. You can't do that. You can't do this. But how can I listen to the enemy who lies over a perfect God who tells the truth? Trusting what you can't see. The number one thing that I want you to know, the first thing that I want you to know is that God's mind is in your spirit. Meaning, this simply means that before he created you, before he created your mama, before he created the foundation of the world, you existed in his head. Everything that you see physically existed in the mind of God spiritually. So now, if it existed in his mind, then that means everything that you go through in your life, whether it's depression, stress, joy, happiness, peace, love, whatever it is, you got laid off a job, you got promoted on the job, you had 5 kids, you weren't able to have no kids, whatever is happening, God has already imagined it in his mind. So therefore, if it's already in his mind, then that means that whatever you are going through is either ordained by God or it's allowed by God. And if the hardships was in his mind, if the hard things that you go through is in his mind, then that means the good things that's coming to your life was in his mind too. See, we walk forward. We walk from this point. We believe in going from one point forward to the other. So we go forward. God plans backwards. So we think that just because man came into sin, we believe that God had to clean up our mistakes. No, he had already prepared for our mistakes. So what I got to get you to understand is where you are headed to, your purpose, that vision that is placed inside of you, that vision that nobody else can see inside of you, God already completed it. And if he created you, then in order for you to fulfill that, all you have to do is follow him. All you have to do is trust what only you and God can see. Nobody else around you will be able to see it. Nobody else around you can see it because it's between you and God. So if it's in you, it was in God first. If it's to better his kingdom on this earth, it was in his mind first. So it's not your vision, it's the vision that he placed in your heart. So what's in your heart, what you see with your spirit, God is allowing you to see what he already saw in his mind pertaining to your life. I'm gonna tell you a little testimony about me, man, because I believe that, man, we gotta get personal with each other, man. We gotta open up. I remember when my wife wasn't working, just our first year of marriage. Matter of fact, December 9th will be the first year anniversary. I remember when she wasn't working. She was doing everything she had to do to get a job, doing everything she had to do to get a job. My wife got a master's degree. I'm talking about one of the smartest women I know, one of the smartest people I know. Intelligent, she's quick with it, man. You can't win no argument with her. She knows things, man. But she couldn't find a job. And so my mother-in-law, helping out, wanting to help out, my mother-in-law called me on the phone. She said, man, you know what? If she can't find a job to help y'all save money, man, y'all can come back and move in with me. And to somebody that's looking at what they can see, it sounds good. It sounds good. But me moving in with her was like, God, I don't trust you enough to stay positioned where you have me positioned. I'm talking about I would come home, my wife would be crying sometimes because she can't find a job. She's pregnant, the lights will be off, she can't find a job. I'm eating maybe one time a day, I'm eating sometimes no days, and I gotta come in and tell her, baby, it's gonna be alright. And so I told my mother-in-law, I said, you know what, and this was around like June, May and June. I told my mother-in-law, I said, man, you know what, I'm gonna stay put. But I tell you this, if my wife don't have a job by November, if my wife do not have a job by November 2018, I guarantee you we will come and we will move in with you. Now, when I told her that, I wasn't telling her that based off what I could see. I was telling her that based off what I couldn't see because of the faith that I had in God. I knew that I was doing everything that I needed to do as a man of the house. I knew my wife was doing everything she had to do as a woman of the house. So it was only a matter of time that she was going to get a job to bring in that income. But God was trying to see, let me see how much you're going to trust me. Are you going to trust what you can see over what you can't see? Are you going to trust what the enemy tells you over what I've already told you in your life? That's July 10th, 2018, my wife had a job. Did I know the future? No, of course not. But I know my God, and He knows the future. So if I know His characteristics, if I become intimate with Him, then I know what He's going to do if I stay true to what He said do. That's number one. God's mind is already in your heart. Since His mind was in my heart, since I knew His characteristics, since I knew His vision for our life, I said, man, look, nah, if my God don't come through by this time, then I'll move in with you. But I was telling her, November 2018, we will not be living with you because I know my God is going to move before then. I trusted what I couldn't see. I trusted what I could not see. Next thing I want you to know, you got to be in position to need God. You have to be in a position to need God. Be in a position to need God. What that simply means, if you are walking in a purpose, if you are trying to build a business, if you are trying to raise a family, if you are trying to be a good husband, if you're trying to be a wife, if you're trying to be a good CEO, a good manager, whatever it is, if you feel like you do not need God to do what God has given you the life to do, if you get to the position that you feel like you don't need Him, that's a dangerous position to be in. Matter of fact, that is the most dangerous position you can be in your whole life. That is the most dangerous position you can be in, to feel like you don't need God. Because what will happen is He will humble you. Let me tell you this. God just humbled me 2 days ago. Even more than what I already consider myself to be. He humbled me even more. Because when I would hear people speak, I know I want to speak. I know I want to be in front of people. I know that God has called me to do that. So I would look at speakers, and if they were better than what I thought I am, I'd be like, dang, man, I need to learn from them. But then when I looked at the other speakers, and they weren't as good, I gotta be honest with you. I said, man, I'm better than them. I'm good. I ain't bad as this dude. I was recently thinking that. And I made a choice. I said, baby, I gotta get better with my speaking. So can you help me? Give me a topic, and then I'm gonna go off 2 or 3 minutes. I'm gonna speak about the topic. Whatever word you throw out, that's what I'm gonna speak about. Man, I did that 2 nights ago, man. My wife told me to shreds. God used my wife to break me down, to the point that I got defeated. I'm like, man, this ain't for me. The enemy start whispering in my ear, trying to get me to focus on the things that I can see, trying to get me to focus on the criticism and making me believe that where I am now is where I will forever be, and that ain't the case. So my wife had to pick me up. Sometimes strong people, I don't care how strong you are, you're going to need some stronger people around you that's going to help pick you up. You're going to need that. And if you don't feel like you need that, you out of line. You out of order. And that's a lie from the enemy. You're going to need people to help lift you up. You got to be in position. Man, you got to be in position to know that, God, I cannot do none of this without you. I can't do none of it without you. None of it. And I need you every step of the way. I don't care if it's going down the street to minister to a neighbor that you have placed on my heart to minister to. I need you. When you're in that position, that's the best position you can be in. Knowing that you need God. Knowing that you can't do it because you are too weak to do it. You don't have enough strength in your body on your own to do what He has called you to do. You need Him. Now, if you were to go trick-or-treating in the middle of June, you got your bag open, you go up to somebody's door, you press the doorbell, they open it. If they don't open it with a shotgun, and you say trick or treat, they're going to look at you crazy. They're like, bro, what you doing? It ain't October. Why are you at my doorstep? Matter of fact, you got 5 seconds to leave. Why? Because it ain't season for trick or treat. It ain't your season to go trick or treat. It's not due season for the trick-or-treating behavior. So do me a favor. Don't ask God for a promise that He's promised you outside of your season. Don't go to God and say, trick-or-treat, give me this. And God's going to look at you crazy like, it ain't your season. But watch this. If you were to take that same bag and that same faith and trust in what you can't see, trusting that it's something for you on the other side of the door. See, when kids go trick-or-treat, they just show up at the house. They have full faith that they're going to receive what they came for in season. They ring the doorbell, they already got their bag open. They don't know if what the person had, but they know it's something. But why? Because it's in season. Trick-or-treat. I got faith. I know because it's my season. It's my season to go trick-or-treating. It's my season to receive peace. It's my season to receive joy. It's my season for my business to prosper. It's my season for my kids to come back home. It's my season for me to birth out what you have placed inside of me. It's my season to receive everything that you promised me. So I got my bag open. It's my season. Know your season. And when you know your season, when God reveals your season to you, I want you to be in position. If that same kid that got the same bag with the same faith, if he ring the doorbell and then he run away from the house, and he's standing in the street and he say trick or treat and he got his bag open and he's not in position to receive what the person that answered the door has for him, he's not gonna get it. He gotta walk up to the door. I'm ready to receive everything you got for me because it's my season. Trust what you can't see. Sometimes it is not you. Sometimes you can be doing everything you doing. Like you can be doing everything the way God said do it. You can be reading the word. You can be praying over your wife. You can be praying over your husband. You can be faithful. You can be tithing. You can be giving. You can be serving. You can be doing everything, and the enemy will try to place in your mind it's something you're not doing right. But I'm doing everything God said do. And I'm loving Him and I'm keeping His commandments. So why am I experiencing this pain, this stretching that I'm experiencing in this season? Why? Because it's the season for you to be stagnant. It is the season for you to be patient. It is the season for you to stretch. It's the season for you to it's the season for you to grow. And it don't always feel good. I'm here to tell you that. It don't always feel good. What I'm going through now, it don't feel good. I'm going through it right now, it don't feel good. But what I gotta know is, what I gotta understand is, I gotta trust what I can't see. It's just not my season. It is just not your season. It's coming. Trust what you can't see. Man, a good brother of mine, Stan Garrett, he said when you go to your car and you turn the car on, you don't check up under the hood first. and then shut the hood. And then if you gotta be at work, you don't check up under the hood, close the hood, then get in the car, crank it on, and go to work. Why? Because you trust what you cannot see. You go and you turn that key in that ignition, and you trust that the hood that you know is under there is going to come on and get you to where you need to go. You got to understand, you don't have to check God. You don't have to question him. You don't have to wonder if he's doing his job right. You ain't got to do none of that. Because just because you can't see him, he is working everything out for your good. He is working everything out. So what do? You just get into the vehicle that he has provided for you. You do the things that he needs you to do. You do the things that he told you to do. And you crank that ignition and you watch him do the rest. Trust what you can't see over what you can see. I hope this blessed y'all, because it has blessed me. I didn't even prepare for this topic. This is a personal topic. Matter of fact, I just asked my wife, baby, which one should I do? She said, baby, I think you should do something that's personal to you right now. So I'm going through this right now. And so we going through it together. Trust what you cannot see, because it's coming. If God has begun, if he's created you, if you have a beginning, then that means the work that is within you is complete. The question is, are you going to do what you got to do to make it come to fruition? God already did his part. He waiting on you. God's mind is in your heart. God's vision is the vision that you see with your spirit. He already had it. Trust what you can't see. Get in position and have faith always. And when it's your season, you go to the door of heaven with your bag open, because it's coming. It's finna pour out. Alright? I love y'all, man. Pray that y'all be blessed. God, we thank you for a word. We thank you for seasons. We thank you for seeds that we plant, that you said in your word that in due season we'll reap what we sow if we don't quit. We believe that. We take you for your word, God. We believe everything that you said. We believe everything that every ounce of who you said we are, we believe it. We reject the enemy and we receive our purpose. We receive our calling, and not only that, we walk in it. God, we thank you and we give you all the honor, glory, and praise. And there's all of these things that's in your son Jesus' name. Amen. If you like what you heard, follow me on Instagram and YouTube at God First Label, Facebook, Sheridan Forte.